Hello, and welcome to the Lever Report, a weekly video newsletter for human-centric leaders to navigate the week ahead. I'm Drew Fortin, here with your latest update for the week starting Monday, August 25th, 2025. The Fed signals a September interest rate cut. AI starts impacting jobs and outsourcing. New research shows AI recruiters are better than human ones. And are your employees using AI to take compliance training? That and more news to start your week. The U.S. labor market is showing signs of fragility. This past week, the Wall Street Journal reported hiring has slowed markedly. Even though unemployment remains low and employers are largely reluctant to lay people off, this is a practice economists are calling labor hoarding. According to a new Conference Board survey, 1 in 5 U.S. employers plan to slow hiring in the second half of the year. This is a rate almost double what it was last year. Now, this is a low hire, low fire environment, and it poses a risk because even a modest increase in layoffs could lead to job losses that are difficult to reverse. These conditions weighed heavily this week as the Fed Reserve Chair Jerome Powell hinted at the possibility of a rate cut in September. This signal sent the Dow Jones Industrial Average soaring more than 800 points to its first record close of the year. This confluence of economic signals presents a new kind of challenge. While the prospect of lower interest rates is good news for growth, the underlying fragility of the labor market and the growing influence of AI and jobs just can't be ignored. A new JP Morgan Global Research report this week highlighted that job growth in several white-collar sectors has been tepid, with some evidence suggesting AI is already affecting employment, particularly for recent college grads. Instead of just labor hoarding to avoid the hassle of future hiring, these conditions call for companies to invest in analyzing the skills gaps of their workforce and rethinking their organizational development strategies to meet the moment. Last week, Reuters reported that India's largest outsourcing firm, Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, announced it would cut over 12,000 jobs, marking its largest layoff ever. While the company cited skill mismatches, experts believe this is the start of a much larger AI-driven trend that could eliminate up to 500,000 jobs in the Indian outsourcing sector over the next 2 to 3 years. The most vulnerable roles are the pure people managers or middle management with minimal technical knowledge, along with staff and software testing and infrastructure management. This shift is happening as clients increasingly demand cost optimization and productivity benefits of outsourcing, a trend accelerated by AI adoption. As one former CEO said in the article, past tech revolutions were organizational, but with AI, the onus is on the individual to reinvent or reskill themselves. This message from India's tech sector is loud and clear. AI is not a future threat. It's a current reality impacting white-collar jobs right now. The old model of simply managing people is no longer enough. Leaders and employees alike must possess deep technical knowledge to remain valuable. The companies that will thrive are those who can do more with less, which means empowering your existing workforce to be more productive and effective with AI as their partner and not their replacement. A new study using AI voice agents in job interviews has revealed some amazing results. The natural field experiment conducted with a recruitment firm for entry-level customer service jobs in the Philippines involved over 70,000 applicants and compared outcomes for those interviewed by a human recruiter versus an AI voice agent. Contrary to what many think, AI-led interviews resulted in a 12% increase in job offers, an 18% increase in job starts, and a 17% increase in 30-day retention. The study also found that AI-led interviews were more comprehensive, covering more topics and eliciting more relevant information from candidates. Recruiters themselves gave higher scores and more positive feedback to applicants interviewed by AI. Remarkably, when given a choice, almost 80% of applicants opted for the AI interviewer, which is interesting considering those who chose the AI were likely to have lower standardized test scores. This suggests a negative sorting effect where lower scoring applicants prefer the AI. Now, this research is powerful validation of AI's potential to fundamentally optimize the hiring process. The key takeaway is that AI is not just an efficiency tool, it can be an effectiveness tool that improves the quality of hiring decisions by collecting more objective and relevant information. One more point made by the report is that the use of AI seemed to mitigate human biases. The study showed a significant drop in reported gender discrimination with the AI. So it seems like good business for talent acquisition teams to use AI for tasks like initial screening and interviews. freeing up human recruiters to focus on higher value activities such as strategic evaluation, later stage interviews, and candidate engagement. AI is starting to take on some of the most mundane tasks in the workplace, and that now includes mandatory compliance training. According to a report from HR Brew, the compliance training platform Athena discovered that ChatGPT's new agent mode can complete compliance modules without any human intervention and mimic real interaction to avoid detection. While this is still a nascent trend, Athena's VP of Marketing, Chris Vandermeerau, believes it could become widespread quickly as the technology matures and word gets out. And this poses a serious risk to companies in the compliance space who need to ensure that training mandated by legal requirements is actually completed by a human. Athena's Chief People Officer, Melanie Naranjo, says that the technology itself is just a surface level problem. Now, from a leadership perspective, this new development reveals a deeper issue with how we approach compliance and training in general in the world of AI. It highlights that if employees are using AI to bypass the training, the real problem is that the training is not seen as valuable or engaging. As leaders, we need to stop thinking of compliance as a simple box checking exercise and start building a culture of learning that makes training a truly valuable part of an employee's day to day. Rather than trying to fight fire with fire by using AI to detect AI, which Athena's VP of Marketing says won't work, we should focus on delivering training that is relevant, up to date, and tailored to the real world scenarios we're all in. This is an opportunity to take a step back and reassess your entire compliance strategy. A new report from the MIT-affiliated Project Nanda on the state of AI in business reveals a significant gap between enterprise investment and measurable business outcomes. Despite an estimated $30 to $40 billion in corporate spending on Gen AI, 95% of organizations are getting zero return on their investment. The report calls this phenomenon the JAI divide, where a small fraction of integrated AI pilots are extracting millions in value, while the majority remain stuck with no measurable impact on profit or loss. The primary barrier to success is not a lack of talent or infrastructure, but a learning gap, where AI systems fail to retain feedback, adapt to context, or improve over time. This is evident in the fact that while 80% of organizations have explored generic tools like ChatGPT, which are easy to use and improve individual productivity, custom enterprise-grade solutions fail to reach production 95% of the time due to poor integration and misalignment with existing company workflows. This has led to a shadow AI economy, where 90% of employees are using personal AI tools for work, often with better results than their company's official initiatives. This report presents a clear challenge for companies. A massive amount of AI investment is failing to deliver on its promise. And instead of building internal tools which fail twice as often, why not think about seeking external partnerships that offer a low setup burden and fast time to value? We are still in the early stages of AI anyways, so it won't be the most sophisticated system and strategy that wins, but the one that emphasizes the path of least resistance to value creation in programs that better align on how and when to use AI, rather than which system to choose. And that's your Lever Report. Check the show notes for any articles or research we covered today. If you're enjoying the content, please show your support by liking this video, dropping a comment, and subscribing to our channel. I hope you have a productive week, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.